Everything you need to know about the Book of Ephesians, faith, salvation, and spiritual strength. Imagine standing on the precipice of a revelation so profound that it shakes the very foundations of your soul. A moment when time seems to stand still as you witness the radiant glow of divine truth piercing through the veil of everyday existence. I remember it as if it were yesterday. That miraculous moment when I encountered the undeniable power of the teachings of the Lord. A moment so vivid it left me breathless and forever changed. In that moment, I realized that the Book of Ephesians is not just an ancient text but a living, breathing guide that connects us with a higher purpose and a boundless reservoir of faith, salvation, and spiritual strength. And as we journey together through this script, I want you to feel every word as a call to awaken the divine spark within you, a spark that promises hope, transformation, and the miraculous power of God's grace. When I first opened the Book of Ephesians, I was struck by the sheer depth and beauty of its message. The words seemed to leap off the page, each verse radiating with the light of 1,000 sunsets. I asked myself, what if these sacred teachings could ignite a fire within us all? A fire of faith that burns away the doubts and fears of our mortal existence? And as I delved deeper, I discovered that the message of Ephesians is more than a collection of ancient words. It is a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. As we move together on this journey, I invite you to explore with me the rich tapestry of biblical insights that reveal how faith can transform our lives, how salvation is a gift accessible to all, and how spiritual strength can empower us to overcome any obstacle. In our first moments together, you might wonder how such ancient texts could possibly speak to the modern challenges we face. I assure you, the truth within these pages is as relevant today as it was centuries ago. As we stand together at the crossroads of faith and uncertainty, I challenge you to consider, what if every struggle you face is an invitation to embrace the teachings of the Lord and step into a life filled with purpose and divine guidance? I know there are times when you feel lost, when the shadows of doubt and despair seem to overwhelm your spirit. But it is precisely in those moments that the wisdom of Ephesians can illuminate your path. I have seen countless lives transformed when individuals choose to look beyond their present circumstances and anchor themselves in the eternal promises of the Bible. From the very beginning of this journey, we are thrust into a narrative of transformation, a story that starts with a profound encounter that defies explanation. Imagine a scene where, in the midst of a raging storm, a sudden calm descends as if the heavens themselves have opened up to reveal a glimmer of hope. In that instance, the wind and the rain become mere whispers against the roaring affirmation of faith. I experienced something like that once, standing in the heart of a turbulent night, when a beam of light cut through the darkness, reminding me that the presence of God is always near. It was in that sacred moment I realized that the Book of Ephesians is a masterclass in spiritual resilience, a guide that teaches us to hold fast to our faith even when the world around us seems to crumble. As we traverse the early chapters of Ephesians, we encounter profound insights into the nature of our identity as believers. The Apostle Paul, with divine inspiration, writes about the unity and oneness we share as children of God, urging us to embrace our true nature and reject the falsehoods that society often imposes upon us. I want you to reflect on this deeply. Who are you really when you cast aside the masks of this world? What if the very essence of your being is a masterpiece crafted by the Creator, designed to shine with the brilliance of His love? In every line of this sacred text, there is an invitation to rediscover ourselves through the lens of divine truth, a truth that offers liberation from the chains of doubt and despair. As we delve further, we come face to face with the theme of salvation, a promise that echoes through the corridors of time and speaks to every heart yearning for redemption. I recall the overwhelming sense of awe I felt when I first fully grasped the concept that salvation is not earned by our deeds but granted freely through the grace of God. This liberating truth is at the core of Ephesians, a declaration that no matter how far you may have strayed, the loving arms of the Lord are always open to welcome you home. Consider for a moment the transformative power of forgiveness, a power that can heal the deepest wounds and mend the most shattered souls. When you embrace this truth, you begin to see the world through a lens of compassion, understanding that every setback is merely a stepping stone on the path to eternal grace. I invite you to journey with me through the metaphors and parables that Paul masterfully weaves into his epistle. Each verse is like a hidden gem, a piece of divine artistry waiting to be discovered and cherished. The imagery is so vivid that you can almost see the spiritual battles being fought, the heavenly realms clashing with earthly despair, and the triumphant glow of salvation lighting up the darkness. As we progress, I challenge you to ponder the nature of your own spiritual battles. What demons are you fighting? And how can the teachings of the Lord empower you to overcome them? This is not just a theoretical exercise, it is a call to action. A reminder that the strength we find in the Bible can transform our inner world and, by extension, the world around us. In the midst of these reflections, I want to share a personal story that changed the way I view faith and spiritual strength. There was a time in my life when I felt completely overwhelmed by life's hardships. When the weight of sorrow and uncertainty seemed too heavy to bear. I remember lying awake at night, questioning everything I had ever believed, until one fateful moment when I encountered a group of devoted believers who gathered in a humble sanctuary to worship the Lord. Their unwavering faith, their joyful resilience in the face of adversity, was nothing short of miraculous. I was drawn into their circle, and in that moment, I experienced a surge of divine love that washed over me like a tidal wave. It was as if the very essence of the Bible, the teachings of the Lord, had reached out to hold me close, whispering promises of salvation and renewal. That night, I understood that the spiritual strength we seek is not something to be found in the material world but as a gift bestowed upon us when we open our hearts to the infinite love of God. The Book of Ephesians is replete with such revelations. It teaches us that faith is a journey, one that is marked by moments of doubt, yet ultimately guided by the unwavering light of divine truth. I often ask myself, and now I ask you, what does it truly mean to have faith? Is it merely a passive acceptance of doctrines? Or is it an active, transformative force that propels us to live lives of purpose, generosity, and boundless love? The answer, as I have come to understand, lies in embracing the full spectrum of our human experience, the joys and the sorrows, the triumphs and the failures, and recognizing that each moment is an opportunity to grow closer to the divine. As we move deeper into the heart of this journey, the narrative of Ephesians takes on an even greater intensity. There is a section where Paul passionately exhorts believers to live in unity and love, to cast off the old ways of hatred and division, and to embrace the new life offered through Christ. I can almost hear his voice resonating through the ages, a clarion call that stirs something deep within our souls. In a world where conflict and misunderstanding too often dominate our interactions, these words serve as a balm for the weary heart. They remind us that true spiritual strength is not measured by our physical might but by our capacity for compassion, forgiveness, and selfless love. And as you listen, I encourage you to ask yourself, how can I be a vessel of that divine love in my own life? What steps can I take today to build bridges instead of walls? To spread hope instead of despair? Every word of the Bible carries a resonance that reaches into the depths of our being. The teachings of the Lord are not confined to the pages of a dusty book. They are alive in every act of kindness, every moment of genuine connection, every instance where we dare to believe in miracles. I have witnessed firsthand how the message of Ephesians has sparked transformations in communities, igniting movements of love and unity that ripple far beyond the confines of our understanding. When we align ourselves with these sacred truths, we tap into a power that transcends the ordinary, a power that can turn the impossible into the possible. And so, as we journey together, I challenge you to hold onto that vision. A world where faith is the driving force behind every act of kindness, where salvation is the promise that unites us all, and where spiritual strength is the legacy we leave for future generations. In the midst of our exploration, we come upon a passage that speaks directly to the heart of spiritual empowerment. It is here that Paul reminds us that we are not merely passive recipients of divine grace but active participants in the unfolding story of redemption. I want you to feel the urgency in these words, to sense the call to rise above the mundane and embrace a life filled with purpose. This is the moment when the Bible transforms from a historical document into a dynamic blueprint for living, a roadmap that guides us through the labyrinth of life's challenges toward a future bathed in the light of salvation. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live with an unshakable conviction? To face every trial with the assurance that you are guided by a force greater than yourself? This is not a distant dream but a reality that is available to each of us if we dare to trust in the teachings of the Lord. And then, as if on cue, the narrative reaches a crescendo, a moment of divine synchronicity that few have witnessed. Yet one that leaves an indelible mark on the soul. Picture yourself in a place that seems suspended between heaven and earth. A sacred location where the very air vibrates with the echoes of ancient prayers and the promises of eternal life. It was in such a place that I once experienced a miracle so profound that it defied all logic and reason. As I knelt in humble supplication, a warmth began to radiate from within, a tangible manifestation of the spiritual strength that the Bible so eloquently describes. In that hallowed moment, I was overwhelmed by a sense of unity, a merging of past, present, and future, where every hardship, every tear, every moment of doubt was washed away by the inexhaustible love of God. I ask you now, can you feel that stirring within your heart? Are you ready to let go of your fears and embrace the transformative power of divine love? In the aftermath of that miraculous encounter, I emerged with a renewed understanding of what it means to live a life anchored in faith. The Book of Ephesians had revealed to me that salvation is not a destination but an ongoing journey, a journey marked by continual growth, introspection, and the relentless pursuit of spiritual strength. Every challenge we face, every setback we endure, is an opportunity to deepen our relationship with the divine. I believe that this message is especially relevant in our modern world, where the pace of life can often leave us feeling isolated and overwhelmed. Yet, within the timeless pages of the Bible, we find a sanctuary, a place where the teachings of the Lord offer solace, wisdom, and a guiding light that never fades. As we near the end of this journey, the transformation becomes unmistakable. The narrative of Ephesians is a testament to the power of faith to uplift and redeem. A narrative that takes us from the depths of despair to the summit of spiritual enlightenment. I stand before you now, humbled and grateful for the lessons learned along the way, and I want you to know that this transformation is not reserved for a select few. It is a promise available to each of us, a promise that if we open our hearts and dare to believe, we too can experience the miracles described in the Bible. Have you ever experienced a moment when everything changed? A moment when a single insight unlocked a cascade of blessings and possibilities? That is the essence of salvation, the spark that ignites a lifetime of purpose and passion. In reflecting on our journey together, I cannot help but marvel at the intricate interplay between faith, salvation, and spiritual strength. These themes are interwoven like threads in a magnificent tapestry, each strand supporting and enhancing the others. The teachings of the Lord remind us that true strength comes not from external achievements but from the resilience of our inner spirit, a spirit that finds sustenance in prayer, community, and an unwavering commitment to living a life of integrity and love. And so, as we stand on the threshold of this new understanding, I invite you to consider what legacy you wish to leave behind. How will your faith shape your actions, your relationships, and the future you help to build? It is in these moments of introspection that we realize the true power of the Bible. It is not merely a text to be studied, but a living guide that calls us to action. In the final stretch of our exploration, the narrative of Ephesians reaches a gentle yet powerful conclusion, a conclusion that is both a farewell and a promise. I want you to feel the warmth of that promise as you envision a life where every day is imbued with the radiant glow of divine love. Imagine waking up each morning with the confidence that no matter what challenges lie ahead, you are equipped with a spiritual strength that is unyielding and eternal. This is the legacy of the teachings of the Lord, a legacy of hope, renewal, and boundless possibility. I know that the journey we have taken together has stirred something within you, a desire to seek out the miracles that await in every moment, a longing to embrace the salvation that comes from a heart aligned with God's purpose. Now, as we bring this epic journey to a close, I encourage you to take a moment of quiet reflection. Ask yourself, what if the challenges I face are not obstacles but opportunities to grow, to learn, and to manifest the love that the Bible so powerfully proclaims? It is a question that each of us must answer in our own time. But the message remains clear. The path to true spiritual strength lies in embracing our vulnerabilities and transforming them into sources of courage and resilience. The teachings of the Lord guide us to see every setback as a stepping stone, every tear as a testament to our capacity for healing, and every moment of doubt as a call to seek the light of divine truth. I want you to remember that you are never alone on this journey. As we navigate the complexities of life, the Bible stands as a steadfast companion, offering solace in times of sorrow and a beacon of hope when the road ahead seems uncertain. The story of Ephesians is a reminder that the love of God is boundless and that salvation is a gift freely given to all who dare to believe. It is my sincere hope that as you leave this experience, you will carry with you not only the knowledge of these sacred truths but also a renewed sense of purpose, a burning desire to live a life that reflects the infinite compassion and wisdom of the teachings of the Lord. In closing, let me share one final thought that encapsulates the journey we have undertaken. Life is a series of miraculous moments, each one offering a glimpse of the divine. The Book of Ephesians teaches us that faith, salvation, and spiritual strength are not distant ideals but tangible realities that can transform every facet of our existence. As you go forth, I urge you to embrace these truths with an open heart, to seek out the miracles hidden in the mundane, and to let the light of the Bible guide you through even the darkest nights. Remember, the divine is always with you, ready to lift you up, to heal your wounds, and to fill your life with a joy that surpasses all understanding. So, my friend, as you reflect on everything you need to know about the Book of Ephesians, faith, salvation, and spiritual strength, know that this is only the beginning of a lifelong journey toward spiritual enlightenment. Let the words you have heard today inspire you to take bold steps in your own life, to reach out to those in need, and to be a living testament to the enduring power of faith. I have witnessed miracles, both great and small, and I stand before you as living proof that the divine is active in our world. Now, go forth with the courage to embrace your destiny, the wisdom to seek out truth, and the love to share the transformative power of the teachings of the Lord with everyone you meet. As our time together draws to a close, I leave you with this final challenge. Every day, find a moment to reconnect with the divine spark within you, whether through prayer, meditation, or acts of kindness. Allow the light of the Bible to guide your steps. Ask yourself what it means to live with unshakable faith, how you can embody the salvation that is promised, and in what ways you can cultivate spiritual strength in every area of your life. These questions are not meant to unsettle you but to ignite a journey of self-discovery and growth, a journey that will ultimately lead you to a deeper understanding of your true purpose in this world. I have no doubt that the lessons of Ephesians will continue to resonate in your heart long after this moment. The message is clear. No matter the challenges you face, the love and guidance of God are always within reach. This is the power of the Bible, the timeless teachings of the Lord that inspire us to rise above adversity and embrace a life of compassion, resilience, and unwavering hope. Let this be your call to action, a call to live a life marked by the miracles of faith, the promise of salvation, and the enduring strength that comes from a relationship with the divine. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. As we part ways today, may the light of the Book of Ephesians continue to shine brightly in your heart, guiding you through every storm and lighting the way to a future filled with promise. Remember, you are part of an unbreakable chain of believers, each of us holding the flame of divine truth. Together, we can overcome any darkness and build a world where the teachings of the Lord are not only cherished but lived every single day. May you always walk in the radiance of God's love, and may every step you take be blessed with the wisdom and strength that only faith can bring.